Jimmy Skunk takes word to Mrs. Peter. When old Granny Fox found Prickly Porky, with his 1,000 little spears all pointed at her, standing between her and Peter Rabbit, she was the angriest old fox you'd ever seen. She didn't dare touch Prickly Porky, for she knew well enough that it would mean to get one of those sharp little barbed little spears in her skin. To think that she actually had caught Peter Rabbit and then lost him was too provoking. It was more than her temper, never the best, could stand. Yes, her temper could barely stand it. In her anger, she dug up the leaves and the earth with her feet, and all the time her tongue fairly flew. She called Prickly Porky and Jimmy Skunk and Uncle Billy Possum everything bad she could think of. Her yellow eyes snapped, and it seemed almost as if sparks of fire flew from it, and it made Peter shiver just to look at her. Now Uncle Billy Possum, who, by slipping up behind her and biting on one of her heels had made her let go of the Peter, grinned down at her from a safe place in a tree. Jimmy Skunk stood grinning at her in the most provoking manner, and she couldn't do a thing about it because she had no desire to have Jimmy use his little bag of perfume. So she talked herself out of that, and with parting with threats, what could she do? She started for home. Uncle Billy noticed that she limped a little with her foot that he'd nipped so hard, and he couldn't help feeling just a little bit sorry for her. When she had gone, the others turned to Peter Rabbit to see how badly he had been hurt. They looked him all over and found that he wasn't much the worse for his rough experience. He was rather stiff and lame, and the back of his neck was very sore, for Granny Fox had seized him, and he wouldn't be quite himself for a day or two. "I must get home now," said he in a rather faint voice. "Mrs. Peter will be sure that something has happened to me, and she'll be worried almost to death." "Oh, no, you don't," declared Jimmy Skunk. "You are going to stay right here where you can take care of you. You won't be safe for you to go and try and go to vast old Briar Patch now, because if you should meet Old Man Coyote or Reddy Fox or Whitetail the Marsh Hawk, you won't be able to run as fast enough to get away. I'll go down and I'll tell Mrs. Peter, and you'll make yourself comfortable in the old house behind that stump where I was hiding." Now Peter tried to insist on going home, but the others wouldn't hear of it. Jimmy Skunk settled the matter by starting for the dear old briar patch. He found little Miss Peter anxiously looking toward the green forest for some sign of Peter. "Oh," she cried, "you've come to bring me that news? Oh, you've come to call me bad news? Don't tell me quickly. Do tell me quickly." "Oh," she cried, "you've come to bring me bad news. Do tell me quickly what has happened to Peter." "Nothing much has happened to Peter," replied Jimmy promptly. Then, in the drollest way, he told all about the fright of Granny Fox when he first saw the terrible creature that was rolling down the hill, and all that happened after that. But he took great care to make light of Peter's escape, and explained that he was just going to rest up there on Prickly Porky's hill for that day, and he'd be home the next night. But little Mrs. Peter wasn't wholly satisfied. "I begged him and I begged him to keep away from the green forest," said she. "But now is he hurt so that he can't come home? He needs me, and I'm going to go straight up there myself." Nothing that Jimmy could say had the least effect, and so at least he agreed to take her to Peter. And so, hopping behind Jimmy Skunk, timid little Mrs. Peter actually went into the green forest, of which she was so afraid, which shows how brave she can be sometimes. The end. God is great all the time. All the time. God is great.